My name is Mason Sontag. I'm 20 years old, and I'm currently in Ithaca, New York, although I'm originally from Regina, Saskatchewan.
My name is Gillian Isabelle. I'm 44 years old, and I live in Regina.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm 35 years old and I live in Saskatoon.
I'm Tim Charrington. I'm 47 years old. I live in Regina, Saskatchewan.
My name is Kathleen Gullacher. I live in Regina. My husband Butch died of COVID-19 on April 10th, 2020. He was 69 years old.
My name is Kyle Gunderson. I'm 34 from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
I'm Leanne Thompson-Hill. I live in Aberdeen. I work in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'm 47 years old.
My name is Paul Catt. I'm 62 years old, and I live in Saskatoon.
My name is Paul Gullacher. I live in Regina, Saskatchewan, and my 6-year-old daughter had COVID.
Hi, I'm Ken Landers. I'm 56 years old, and I live in Prince Albert.
I got sick is about March 19th. It was a Friday, I think it was.
It would have been about the end of March, I think the 27th-ish.
My first symptoms showed up actually on March the 11th. I actually went to go get my hair done. So it was just like any typical day. And as I was sitting there getting my hair done, my throat started to tickle. And I started having this little cough, which, I mean, so what, right?
My daughter started showing symptoms on Sunday night. Cough, fever, irritability. The fever broke the following day on the Monday. I would have sent her to school under other circumstances. She was eating normally, normal energy, normal little girl. We went in to get tested on the Tuesday and she tested positive.
16th, 17th, somewhere in there is when I started to have my symptoms.
I attended the Pacific Dental Conference. I left Regina on the 4th of March. I returned on the 7th. I was feeling kind of run down when I got back. So my partner picked me up from the airport and brought me straight home. So I did not interact with anybody.
I was officially diagnosed, I guess, been about March the 27th.
I would say probably the morning of March 11th was my first beginnings of kind of wondering, you kind of have that feeling as you're kind of getting sick or think you might be getting sick.
I was actually in the U.S. I was taking school, and I was on spring break when my school closed. So I decided to fly back to Canada.
The week of March 19th, he was not feeling well on Monday. He was really tired. By Tuesday, he decided, I'm really not feeling well. And so he phoned and made an appointment to go see the doctor.
So I thought, gosh, I should probably go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. I phoned in sick.
That following Sunday, that's when I phoned 811. And then I went in for a test the following morning. And then saw my results on eHealth the morning after that. So from the Friday to the Tuesday is when I first got sick to when I got my positive result.
The next day I woke up ill. So I felt like I had a cold that day. It was just like typical, headache. I just felt under the weather kind of thing. I could get up. I was not bedridden at that point.
We went into the doctor. And the doctor decided after listening that maybe he had a touch of pneumonia or something. So, and my husband is diabetic. He is in kidney failure. He was on dialysis for a couple years. So he was obviously in the high-risk group.
I didn't really feel any symptoms. The week prior, I had felt some body pain, but I chalked it up to the stress of being in broadcasting, trying to deal with the whole COVID thing, trying to keep things positive and just, sleeping at night going, how am I going to put a positive spin tomorrow?
Went to bed early that night. And by Monday, I woke up feeling awful. So body ache, fever, really bad headache.
I got home on a Sunday night after some layovers. And then Monday morning I woke up and my throat was feeling kind of sore and my temperature was a little bit high and I was kind of achy. And I thought, oh, maybe, it's just a little bit of a cold. I've been stressed the last couple of days with everything that's going on.
I made him some iced tea. By the time I turned around to bring it back to him, he was just sitting staring at me in a daze, sort of non-responsive, just sitting at the kitchen table. So at that point, I called 911.
And then the following week, I had a bit of a cold. And seriously, when I say a bit of a cold, it was like a little bit of sniffles, maybe a little scratch in my throat, nothing. Nothing that laid me out, nothing that flattened me on my back. It was like, okay, it's, March and I've got a little bit of a cold.
So she told me I had a chest infection, wrote me a prescription, told me to stay home for the week from work.
But I mean, I just thought I had a cold.
When I landed, my ears were plugged, and this sometimes happens when I'm sick, but I couldn't hear anything at all. I was pretty much close to deaf for a couple of days. I started coughing. I started getting tight in the chest, and I thought, it's probably time that I should probably get a test. So I called in on Wednesday, which would have been the 17th, I believe. And the next morning, I got a positive result. And then I started, and I'd been quarantining already because I'd come from the US. But then I really was strict with myself after that.
When he got to the hospital, took him to Emerge, and they took him right in. He still didn't have a fever. They figured it was just pneumonia, even when I talked to the doctor in the morning. By the afternoon, though, by 5 o'clock that afternoon, they phoned me and said that they had tested him for COVID and he had tested positive.